Hey, Lindsay, how are you?
Great, Michelle. Glad to be here on the microphone with you. What's going on today?
Well, Lindsay, do you have any trusted cleaning products that can get out any stain?
That's a good question. Sometimes I've had luck with stain stick. You know that the little stick that has the gel that you put on things.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, like stain stick. I think at least I remember when I was a kid using that because I used to get stains in all my clothes, of course. But yeah. So really, stains are no battle for what, Michelle?
Stain stick, I guess not. Yeah, I guess so.
We're not sponsored by Stain Stick.
No. Well, that's good to know. Okay, I'll have to look it up. So today we are going to talk about an expression that deals with strength. So what is it, Lindsay? You just used it.
That's it. So the expression today is X is no battle for Y, right?
Yeah. So this is a fun one. So essentially this means Y, or like the stain stick in that example, is better or stronger than X or the stain in some way. So the stain can't compete with the stain stick. It's going to die.
Yeah. And this is fun. This gives us an element of interest in our language, and we can comment on things. Yeah. I mean, this is cool. This is going to be really cool today, Michelle. I'm excited.
This is a fun one. Yeah. And you know what I'm excited about? Our reviewers, because we got some great reviews. Lindsay, would you like to read the names for us?
Yes. Huge shout out to Aylin from Iran who reviewed us on February 8th. And Aylin said, "How I love this podcast."
Aww.
Wonderful. And then ID 276-6479239 from the US. That person left us a review. And Hakani Rasuli, thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to go over and tell us what you think about the show. And if you guys haven't done this yet, let us know what you think about All Ears English. You know, you could even ask us your question right there inside your review. Okay.
Yes, exactly. We do look at those. So that's a great place to ask questions as well. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. So, Lindsay, X is no battle for Y. Do you hear this a lot in conversations, or when might you hear it?
I hear this, and then I hear variations of this sometimes. But strength is an important thing in life, right? Or competition is an important thing in life. Usually it comes down to, can this thing beat this thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
It makes me think of, I just went to the rodeo actually a few weeks ago.
Really?
So Denver has the famous Denver stock show.
Okay.
And they do all the things. They do the bull riding, they do the barrel racing, they do the mutton busting, they call it. It's such an experience. It's just crazy. And you have the longtime cowboys that have been doing it for years, and then you have the newbies. It's really fun. Have you ever been to a rodeo, Michelle?
I have never. If I would go to a rodeo, that would be my first rodeo.
Your first rodeo, yeah.
Have we ever talked about that expression? Maybe. I have to check.
I don't think we have. I'm not
Could
sure.
Be a good
but
one.
I do recommend a rodeo if you have if you have a chance at some point in the West. Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. I would also hear this in, I think of like advertisements, like the stain stick situation. It's possible. I even tried looking it up. I wasn't sure, but it's possible that they do use this in commercials. Oh, it's no battle for,
Right.
or maybe in movies, right? There's so many places that you might hear this. So, this is really fun. So let's do some examples. Lindsay, you want to start us off?
A 30-minute Peloton ride is no battle for me. I do those all the time.
Ooh, la la. Okay.
Oh, so fancy.
So what are we saying there?
So you're just saying like it's not a problem. I can easily do a 30-minute Peloton ride because I'm used to it. I'm stronger than the Peloton.
Right. Or a 500-page book is no battle for her. She reads longer books all the time. So, Lindsay, do you, like, when you're choosing a book to read, because I know you read, do you shy away from over a certain page length? Are you like, okay?
Yeah, if it's extensive, like 1,000-page book, I don't think I've ever read a 1,000-page book before. But if it's kind of thick and it seems like a good book, it's got awards, I probably will dive into it just because I know it'll hook me. Like good writing, there's nothing like it. It's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah. How about this example? A long talk with Jeremy is no battle for me. I can talk just as much as he can.
Yeah. Do you know anyone in your life who just is like a talker?
Yeah, for sure. I know people like this. People just go on and over explain things. Yes.
Yes. I definitely know people. And then but it's really funny when you get them in a room together. It's like, it's like two beta fish. Like it's like who's gonna win?
Right? Who yields to the other? Right? Yeah. That's a good question.
Yeah. Or this spill is no battle for my vacuum. It's the best. So maybe you spilled a whole bunch of goldfish crackers, or I got all sorts of junk all over my floor from my kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
The concept also makes me think of like a paper towel commercial, how they show these awful spills. The dog runs through and the kid knocks over their apple juice, and then they have the paper towel. It's no battle for, this is the vibe that we're getting at here.
Right.
This hole is no battle for my mom. She's so good at sewing and can fix anything. So maybe you got a big hole in your sweater, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
My mom tried to teach me to sew, and I never paid attention when I was a kid. I never wanted to learn to sew. I was like, Mom, I don't want to do that.
I remember. So, like when I was in, I guess, elementary school, and we had to do something where we were an apprentice.
Oh, cool.
We were an apprentice to someone for some skills. So I chose my grandma, and the skill was sewing. And I still have some of the things that we made. Like we sewed like little felt together to make a little bag, and like a felt to make a little pillow. And
do you feel like you learned how to do it? Do you feel like you really like?
That was probably a good 30 years ago. So I don't. But my mom can sew she. I should know how to sew.
I know. I feel like our generation, this is a skill that just kind of got lost. We just I feel like our parents tried to teach us. I think my brother knows how to sew, actually. I think he learned from my mom.
Oh, nice.
But I was like, oh, forget that. I want to go out and play,
Yeah. Well, as studying theater in college, we did costumes and things. So I did end up using a sewing machine, and that, that for class. So that was kind of neat. But no, actually my son, he has a stuffed animal, and it just its head opened.
Yeah, that's a goner. That's a goner.
And my mom was actually with us, but she didn't have much time to do it because we were leaving. And so now I'm like, oh, Grammy will do it.
Yeah. I love that. All right,
any other examples you can think of?
No, this is it. This is the vibe, right? Something is tougher than something else. Something can defeat something else, but we can see it in a lot of contexts, right? Competition in the rodeo, spilling something on the floor and using a certain product to clean it up.
Yeah,
it's useful anyway.
Very diverse. Yeah, right. You can really find, throughout your day, so many ways that you can probably think of to use this. So we'll talk a little bit more about this after the break.
Yes. All right, Michelle. So why is this good for connection moments in English?
Yeah. This has a lot of personality to it, this expression. Yeah. This is not a boring sounding expression.
True.
So it comments on what someone or something is good at, right? So it can show confidence. It could show humor. There's just a lot that you can use this type of expression for. What do you think, Lindsay?
Yeah, I think relationship building here, right?
Yeah.
Giving someone that boost of confidence before they go out and compete in something that matters to them is a huge connection skill. You need the words for that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so there are other things that you might say, like X is no match for Y. So for example, these cookies are no match for your homemade cookies. Yours are the best. So maybe you went and you bought store-made cookies. Store-made cookies sometimes don't taste that good. They taste processed, right?
Right. Right, exactly. Or something X doesn't stand a chance against Y. So this hike doesn't stand a chance against our team. We have hiked way harder trails. So and maybe, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's just interesting because that is kind of personifying. Well, this whole episode is kind of personifying the if it's an object on the other side.
Right.
It's making it like a person. It's just it's a hike. It's a trail, right?
Right. Yes.
But it doesn't stand a chance against us, against our team. So that's kind of a cool way to phrase that, I think.
Yeah, it is a very interesting one. So, all right, let's do a role play here.
Okay.
So here I am at your house and you just spilled Cheerios all over the floor and accidentally stepped on them. It's one thing to spill the Cheerios, but then when you step on them and there's dust. Oh wait, no, I did it. I'm sorry. I spilled the Cheerios.
My house and you spilled Cheerios in my house, or vice
Oh
or in your
my
own
God.
house?
I spilled Cheerios in your house and then I stepped on them.
Embarrassing.
I'm
Gosh,
really sorry.
mortifying.
Okay, here we go. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry. These Cheerios are no match for my Dyson. Watch.
Wow, that really is incredible.
Yeah, and crumbs don't stand a chance against me. I'm a neat freak.
I wish I were good at cleaning. A dirty house is no battle for my laziness.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's kind of fun when you have your key equipment that's going to take care of anything, right?
Yes.
Or like if you do a renovation, like we're renovating our house right now, and choosing the right flooring is huge, right? Especially if you're going to have a family, you're going to have pets in there and wet feet. I mean, tough floors are really important, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
So I spilled the Cheerios. We figured out. And you said these Cheerios are no match for my Dyson. So Dyson is a kind of vacuum cleaner.
Yes.
It's an expensive one though. I don't have one.
Yeah. Again, not sponsored by Dyson. Don't worry.
Not sponsored by Dyson. Yes.
That's funny. And then you said, and crumbs don't stand a chance against me. That's fun, right? Again, kind of personifying the crumbs a bit.
Right. It's just, there's a lot of personality. I mean, there's so much you can do with this expression. So here's another thing I said. I wish I were good at cleaning. A dirty house is no battle for my laziness. So I'm personifying two different things.
Yeah.
The house and so I'm saying I'm like, even though my house is dirty, I'm too lazy to clean it up. So it's just a more interesting way to say that. And
I love that.
Yeah, we're having fun with this.
And we're having fun, and especially the first two phrases, the Cheerios are no match for my Dyson, and these crumbs don't stand a chance. You're maybe trying to, or I'm trying to kind of make you feel less embarrassed because you spilled the Cheerios, right? And so it's kind of like personifying this thing because we're going to battle it together, sort of, or I'm going to show you how I can battle this. So it's putting a little character, a little life into your language to soften the embarrassment.
Right. You're like, you're drawing attention, draw attention, to something else and saying, it's okay because this is no bad. It's distracting actually. It's like in a good way. Distracts from the mistake I made.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the connection skills right there. How do you make someone instantly feel better? By playing around with language a bit and being a little bit silly in the way you word something. Instead of saying, I'll get my vacuum cleaner. It's okay. Right. Okay, that's fine. It's kind of basic. And they might still be quite embarrassed. But if you say, these Cheerios are no match for my Dyson, watch this. Right?
Yeah, now you just want to show me your toy, basically.
It becomes more about the vacuum cleaner than about the fact that you spilled the Cheerios. So these are such tiny little things, guys, but it does make the difference in relationship building, right? In connection building. Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
These are so fun. I love it. I also think, Lindsay, I think you did this with Aubrey. This was 2585 was beat the light, how to connect over risky driving. Ooh.
Yes, that was a good one. We were very honest about our driving habits and skills and things like that. That was fun. So guys, go check out that episode. And I think we covered the connection skill for today, Michelle. That's it. I mean, we are having fun with language. We're personifying objects here, and we're doing it for the greater goal of connection in each conversation. Absolutely. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give these a try. It's super fun, and it's funny to think like, even for me planning this episode, it was fun to think of different examples because you can use so many different things. This is not just you can only use this in this way or that way. You can get so creative with it.
Yeah, so just go crazy, guys. Have fun. All right, good stuff, Michelle. And I will talk to you soon back on the show. All right.
All right. Bye, Lindsay. Bye, guys.
Have a good